All right. Hello, everybody. Getting set up here. Just cranked up. Going to Louisiana. Get everything set up here. Pretty cold this morning. Gonna stop in Memphis first. That's about a 3-hour flight. Hadn't flown in a couple of weeks. It's been real cold. Okay, oil temp's coming up. Everything looks good there. Flight stream is connected.
.700 Davenport Municipal Airport, Davenport, Iowa. Automated weather observation 1518 Zulu. Wind 270 at 12. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 01 Celsius. Dew point -03 Celsius. Altimeter 2994. Remarks. Density altitude -700.
And we'll do a flight plan, KDRP, and we'll go to Lafayette after I refuel. Okay, there's my flight plan. Good deal. All right, and we're going to go over it. We're going to try to get a tailwind to see when we get there. We'll go to set the altitude here on the G5 in the scoreboard up here. First thing I'm going to do is set that to 6,500. Then I'm going to tell it how to get there. Indicated airspeed. I'm going to move this wheel. We're going to make it 95 knots because I want to get on up there. And right off the bat, we'll go heading. Then I verify. Anytime you punch a button on this thing, go to that scoreboard and make sure everything's there. So the heading is on. Indicated airspeed, 95. And altitude select is in white because it's caged and ready to go when it gets there. And it's 6,500 feet. Flight director's on. All that looks good. And now I'm going to normalize on my engine monitor. I'm actually going to do a mag check right here. Okay, all EGTs rise, none fall, nothing erratic, back to both. Other mag. All EGTs are rising, none's falling, nothing erratic, back to both. I'm going to check the carburetor heat from here on the TDM 900 engine monitor. It's definitely going up. It's all good. Now I'm going to lean to best power on the ground. About right there. Okay. Get going just a little bit here, and I'm going to check the brakes. Both brakes good. Left brake, right brake. All right. Breakers are in. Doing my checklist here. Davenport traffic, Dakota 1 on Mike, taxi from Matisse to runway 33, Davenport.
Runway 33. Instruments, green. Autopilot, configured. Fuel selector, fullest tank. Fuel pump, on. Carburetor heat, cold. Primer, locked. Mixture, set. Propeller, full forward. Seat belts, fastened. Flaps 2, set. Trim tabs, set neutral. Controls, free and correct. Door, closed and latched. Cockpit fan, off. Brakes, released. Heading bug, set. Altimeter setting, set. Put the spurs to this mule.
Okay. There we go. Good enough. Davenport traffic, Dakota 1 on Mike, taking runway 33, departure to the south, Davenport.
Runway 3, entered runway 33, 5,400 feet remaining.
Center to forward 508, left downwind 25, white side.
Quad Cities approach, Dakota 69 or 19 Mike.
Dakota 69er 19er Mike, Quad City approach, squawk 4554.
4554 for 19 Mike.
Dakota 19er Mike, radar contact 1 mile northwest of the Davenport Airport, Quad City altimeter 2994. Say altitude.
904 passenger 2,300 for 19 Mike.
Dakota 19er Mike, altitude check, same intentions.
Going to climb up to 6.5 like VFR following, flight following to Delta Romeo Papa for 19 Mike.
Chile in 1.1 miles.
Dakota 19 Mike, VFR altitude, your discretion, proceed on course, Delta Romeo Papa.
19 Mike, we'll go.
Quad 3 departure, RV 18 Papa Foxtrot, climbing through 2,400.
RV 18 Papa Foxtrot, Quad City departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 3,000.
Up to 3,000, 8 Papa Foxtrot.
Dakota 19 Mike, what altitude would you like for your flight following?
6,500 for 19 Mike.
Dakota 19 Mike, reset transponder, squawk 6507.
6507 for 19 Mike. All right, that little beep means that we're 1,000 feet from our intended altitude. I'm verifying that. We're going to 6,500. GTs are looking good. CHTs are looking good. This plane is a beast. The second beep means we're 200 feet from our altitude. And she's leveling off. See the G5 is, the altitude's turned green now instead of white, and the altitude indicator was blinking, and now it's solid. So now we're transitioning to cruise flight. Turn that fuel pump off. Verify my fuel pressure stays above at least 0.5. And there we go. All right, I'm gonna come back on the prop to about 2,100 RPM. There we go. Now I'm going to go lean a peak.
RV8 Papa Foxtrot, how will this approach terminate?
18 Papa Foxtrot, I'd like to go mist and then do the VOR 3 into Davenport.
Cherokee 547 Charlie Alpha, Quad City approach, squawk 4555.
4555 for 547 Charlie Alpha.
Archer 8 Papa Foxtrot, missed approach instructions, turn left, direct Junco, maintain 3,000.
Left direct Junco and up to 3,000, 8 Papa Foxtrot.
All right, right off of our right, at this altitude, we actually have a 54-knot crosswind up here.
RV8 Papa Foxtrot, on the go, missed approach instructions, left direct Junco.
I would really have loved to have that.
Papa Foxtrot, yes, I understood that. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. On the mist, left direct Junco.
Cherokee 7 Charlie Alpha, radar contact 6 miles north of the Davenport Airport. Say request.
Hey, Cherokee 547 Charlie Alpha, just like to request VFR flight following.
I would sure love to have that on my tail, but our ground speed right here is
VFR altitude, your discretion.
141 knots. True airspeed's only 129.
They're currently at 3,000 feet, 547 Charlie Alpha.
But that's not so bad. We're doing 141 knots over the ground. We're full of fuel. We've got 77 gallons of fuel on board. I don't like flying without plenty of fuel.
RV8 Papa Foxtrot, 10 miles from Jolix. Turn left heading 260. Maintain 2,300 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS
You can
runway
see that
24
crab
Left to 260.
because of that wind.
Maintain 2,400 till established and cleared for the approach, 8 Papa Foxtrot.
RV8 Papa Foxtrot, amend that altitude, maintain 2,400.
This looks like it's about the best we're going to get for the wind, so we'll just nail it right here.
Maintain 2,400 till established, 8 Papa Foxtrot.
Approach, Wisconsin 3920, 10,000, Romeo.
Wisconsin 3920, Quad City approach. Proceed direct Ks, vector 4, visual approach, runway 27, descend and maintain 3,000, pilots discretion.
Pilot's discretion is 3,000, direct to Ks for 27, Wisconsin 3920.
Fuel flow, I like to have it between about 11.3 and 12 gallons an hour. It's 11.2, bouncing 11.3. So that's perfect, lean of peak. I lose about 10% airspeed when I go lean of peak, but that's a whole lot better than burning, 15, 16 gallons an hour. All right, this is when I slide my chair back and relax. I had another GoPro. I was going to hook it right there so I could have another shot. I brought it with me, but I left it this morning. I didn't leave the GoPro. I got it sitting right there, but I left the mount for it. And I had another mount for my iPhone to put right here where I could kind of get a shot of the wing for another view. This is my first flight with GoPro. I've never done that before. This is the very first one. And so I left all that stuff, but I'll get the hang of it. So this is a trial run. We'll see how the audio goes, how the video looks and everything. And I hope it looks okay. Got about 2 hours and 28 minutes before we get there. Got about 6.5 hours of fuel on board with reserves.
RV8 Papa Foxtrot, just be advised, it looks like there's a VFR target about 5 miles south of Muscatine Airport at 2,500, and they're northbound. Frequency change approved, report airborne.
8 Papa Foxtrot, roger, we'll be looking for him, and I'll report back.
I think as we get a little further to the south, the winds are going to basically kind of shift. I'll probably end up with more of a headwind, but that's okay. Visibility's about 8 miles today, not bad. It'll get a little bit more hazy as we get further down the line here. But VFR conditions all the way down to South Louisiana, so we should have an uneventful flight. I'll show you all something that I do on this navigation setup I got here. Film it with this GoPro here. So I'm going to go into my flight plan, and I'm going to hit Delta Regional, which is where I'm going. I'm going to hit over here, and I'm going to tell it that I want to be
Wisconsin 3920, descend and maintain 2,300.
1,500 feet. This says MSL, I want above ground. AGL, so it'll tell me what the pattern altitude is. And then I'll enter that 1,500 feet above the ground, and then I want to put 4 miles before the airport. Okay, and I'll save that, and that puts it in my flight plan now.
Site Wisconsin 3920.
Wisconsin 3920, cleared visual
So
approach.
that worked. Now the next thing, you can arm
Visual 27 over the tower.
vertical nav anytime you want to. And you look at the scoreboard over here at the top here. So it says right now I'm on GPS, the autopilot is on, and I'm altitude hold at 6,500. Now I got this set in to get me 1,500 feet above the ground, 4 miles before Delta. And so what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push VNAV right here. And you see VNAV has queued up in the window on the scoreboard. Now the next thing you have to know to do is you have to dial down your altitude or it will not descend. So I'm going to bring that down to about pattern altitude. And now it's set. So if we look on, go back to the map, if I zoom out and bring in Delta Regional where we're going, zoom in there, and you'll see there's my information that I put in. It puts in a point of top of descent there, and then there's a BOD or bottom of descent right there. So at that point, she's going to come down. She's going to start navigating down, and it'll tell you vertical track, but you got to make sure that you dial that altitude down from your current altitude select or it will not descend. And another thing that I put up here on the map page, these are the information tabs that are up here on the 650. You can put whatever you want on there, whatever options you have. Down here at the bottom left, I have time to TOD. So that just gives me a reference to let me know that I got 2 hours and 14 minutes before top of descent.
Dakota 19 Mike, contact Chicago Center 135.6.
35-619 Mike, see ya.
Agent 994, Chicago Center, climb maintain file level 230.
Flight level 230, Agent 994.
Good morning, Chicago Center, Dakota 6919 Mike, 6,500.
We're 619 Mike, Chicago Center, Berlin, altimeter 2996.
906. What a beautiful day to fly. Not a bump. Totally smooth. My wife would have loved this. She's kind of under the weather right now with a head cold. She doesn't feel real good. And I'm going to do a quick turnaround down Lafayette, get a few bugs fixed here. And then I'm going to come right back. So she didn't want to hang around. Won't be long, I'll be eating me something. I'm getting kind of hungry. Well, I'm not doing anything. I'll go ahead and get the destination set up in the COM 2. So I'm a long ways out.
301 Chicago Center, descend to maintain 11,000.
I'm not doing anything else.
3000.
No, it's 123 nothing, same as what we just left. Okay, good deal. All right, about 30 more minutes, not quite 30 minutes, we'll be coming up to St. Louis. And that's Class Bravo airspace, so I can't go in there without permission, so I'll just keep that in the back of my mind. In about 30 minutes, if they don't clear me through it, we'll just have to go to the west a little bit and dogleg around it. Sometimes if we're not busy, like on a Sunday probably, they might just let me just skirt the edge of it. We'll have to wait and see.
Agent 1219, contact Kansas City Center 124.3.
Okay, I'll go ahead and switch fuel tanks. Fuel pump's coming on. Switch over to the right tank. Verify I have fuel pressure. Pump off. Verify fuel pressure remains within a comfortable limit. There we go.
We're 619 Mike, contact Kansas City Center 126.22.
2622, 100 Mike, see ya. There's my alarm to switch fuel tanks, which I already did. Kansas City Center, Dakota 6919 Mike, 6,500.
There's 6919 Mike, Kansas City Center. Hello, Quincy altimeter 3002.
02. All right, well, I believe I got us enough footage for a test run anyway. Maybe when we get a little closer to St. Louis, I'll turn this back on, but this is all it is until we get basically to Delta Regional, which is just west of Memphis, Tennessee. And so at least before I get there, I'll turn everything back on. All right, guys, we're about 10 minutes away from the Class Bravo here. They hadn't turned us over to St. Louis just yet, so we're headed straight for them. I'll zoom that in a little bit where you can see. They'll change us over here in a little bit. One thing I like about those D3X touches, you can actually move your heading bug, and on the screen it'll give you a line that shows you where you're actually going to go. So if you want to miss Bravo or some airspace, you can really set that up. I just couldn't afford it after doing all this stuff. And this is more than what I need. But it would be nice to have a G3X touch someday. I seriously doubt you're going to talk my wife into that. Kansas Center, Dakota 6919 Mike, you still with me?
019 Mike, yeah, I'm still here. You just the only guy I got.
Thank God for Sundays, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys at Moline, the guys and gals over there. They do a great job. St. Louis is real nice too. They can get busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, but they do real good too. Juggling a lot of aircraft around, but today's Sunday. So nice and quiet. I'm the only one this controller at Kansas City Center has on his radar right now. I'm the only one he's working. Good to give him a break. An alarm letting me know that Class B airspace is 10 minutes ahead.
There's 6919 Mike, contact St. Louis approach on 119.15. See you later.
1915, 100 Mike, see ya. St. Louis approach, Dakota 6919 Mike, 6,500.
Dakota 6919 Mike, St. Louis approach, Roger, altimeter is 3004.
04. Well, he hadn't cleared us in there, so I'm going to go ahead.
223 Juliet Fox.
I'm going to go ahead
Kansas City Center 128.35.
heading mode, and I'm going to start turning this a little bit. Yeah, St. Louis 19 Mike request. I'm going to ask them if I can go through it.
Delta 4131, I'm sorry, .com's 4131, contact Kansas City Center 128.35. Good day.
St. Louis approach, Dakota 19 Mike request.
Dakota 19 Mike, go ahead.
I'd like to get clearance through the west side of Bravo, if you could work that out for me.
19 Mike, that's not a problem. Clear through Class Bravo airspace.
Clear through the Bravo, thank you much, 19 Mike. All right, so now we're going to go back on nav. Activate. All right, we are clear through the Bravo. better than going all the way around it. But if we had to, it wouldn't have been a big deal. All right, well, we headed through the Bravo. Got another hour and 28 minutes before top of descent. I'll turn it back on whenever we get close to that, and I'll get the vertical navigation on film. And 100 Mike, field in sight.
November 19 Mike, roger. Contact tower 118.5. Good day.
18.5, 100 Mike, see ya. Lafayette Tower, Dakota 69 100 Mike's with you for straight in 22 left.
Dakota 69 100 Mike, Lafayette Tower, runway 22 left, cleared to land, wind 290 at 3.
Cleared to land, 22 left, 100 Mike. All right, we are cleared to land. I do have the field in sight, and we can turn our landing light on, and I'm going to start to slow down. Come off that manifold pressure. She's already caught the glide path, and she's on her way down. And she's following the glide path nicely. Take them glasses off. I can see. All right, one more time, Gumps check. Gas is on the proper tank, fuel pump is on, undercarriage is down and bolted, mixture is set. Prop we get in a minute, seat belts buckle. We are cleared to land, landing light is on. Life is good. I'll go ahead and go rich, full forward with the prop. That'll help slow us down. Okay, runway in sight. 10 degrees of flaps. Speed looks good, 100 knots. Go ahead and get 2 degrees of flaps, 2 notches of flaps. Now she ought to be turning into the runway, just like she's supposed to. 90 knots, that's perfect. A little crosswind going on, but not bad. All right, we're on the glide path, bringing us right down. Go ahead and get full flaps. Got a bird out there on the left we need to watch. Disconnect autopilot, buzzard. Start rolling that trim.
500.
ESP is on, I'll take that off. 70 knots, or 75 actually. One niner Mike's going to signature.
November 19 Mike, Roger, turn right, taxiway Bravo, contact ground point 8.
Right on Bravo, ground point 8, 19 Mike. All right, flaps are up, landing lights off, fuel pumps off. Lafayette ground, Dakota 19 Mike is off a 22 left for signature.
6919 Mike, Lafayette ground, taxi to parking via Juliet, Lima, cross runway 22 right at Lima.
Juliet, Lima, cross 22 right at Lima, 19 Mike. All right, here we are here, and we'll go left on Lima. That's going to be the next taxiway to the left, and then we're cleared to cross over the runway 22 right, taxi straight into signature. Easy peasy.
Six four Papa, read back correct.
22 right.
Make sure ain't nothing
Airway
coming on the
22
closed
right.
runway.
4,000 feet remaining.
Lafayette ground number 5364 Papa at Owens, ready to taxi with information kilo.
5364 Papa, Lafayette ground, runway 22 left, taxi via Bravo, Charlie, runway 11 Juliet, cross runway 22 right.
22 left via Bravo, Charlie, runway
All right,
11
let's see
Juliet,
here.
cross 22 right.
Where do we park? I guess way out there. All right, guys and gals. Welcome to Lafayette. We are here. Catch you on the way back.